How stingy is this guy? He locks his slippers to the door, afraid that someone will steal them. Then he runs into the temple and pokes around in the donation box, instantly pocketing a few $100. If someone catches him, he immediately sticks a divine image on his face. Who dares to lay a hand on him? He leans his head forward, and the other person definitely doesn't dare to hit him. In this country, disrespecting the gods is against the law. Jack has made quite a bit of money using this trick. If the temple doesn't open, he goes to the overpass and casually steals a couple of bills from the blind, which is enough for a few meals. When he's bored, he can even set up a stone statue, paint it with some red paint, and scatter a few $100 around. In less than 15 minutes, it doubles. Only he could think of such a bizarre way to make money. Jack starts looking for the key and squats by the roadside, realizing that he can't speak and lacks the language for communication. This makes it very difficult to find the key. While lost in thought, he inadvertently glances over and feels that the man's pants seem to be uncomfortably stuck. Seeing the man's angry expression, he helps to change it back. Realizing that something is wrong, Jack quickly gets up and runs away, but accidentally gets knocked out by a car. Fortunately, the driver who caused the accident is a good person. Seeing that Jack has a dazed look on his face and can't speak, he thinks he has knocked the guy silly. He feels really bad about it. "Young man, just come home with me." On the way, the driver keeps chatting with his colleagues. Jack wants to join in, but he can't understand. However, aliens have a special ability. As long as they grab someone's hand, they can download that person's skills into themselves, including language. But the driver won't cooperate. Every time he touches his hand, the driver gets very angry. Jack has no choice but to find someone else. But without exception, they all chase him away. The driver thinks to himself, is this kid too repressed and wants to relax a bit? So he simply goes all the way as a good person and takes Jack for a bath. This girl is very proactive, pulling his hand and crawling into the tent as soon as she arrives. After 6 hours of being alone together, when the download is complete, he quickly wakes up the driver and tells him his identity. He also takes him to the place where his remote control was stolen. Looking at the direction the train is traveling, the driver speculates that the key will probably be taken by the robbers to Delhi to be fenced. Immediately says goodbye to the driver and gets on the bus to Delhi. After arriving, he asks everyone he meets if they have seen his remote control, but everyone tells him to ask God, because God knows everything. He is puzzled. A street vendor tells him that this is God, 50 for a small one and 100 for a large one. Kay is skeptical but buys one. Sitting by the roadside, he starts to test it out. God, please grant me food. Just then, a kind-hearted person happens to give food to a beggar.